starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ryan Richardson. This is Cody Farrell, and this is Trojan Vision. Today we're going to be talking about freshman forum. So why don't you tell us what freshman forum is all about?
The freshman forum is the freshman branch of SGA here at Troy University. Basically what we do each year is we elect 40 to 45 freshmen based on a competitive interview and application process, mostly on high school resume and just interview skills. And they're elected to represent their student body as the freshman leaders. And they just, put on events and make laws and come up with things to really benefit the freshman class and Troy University as a whole.
Okay. And so what kind of things will you look for in a freshman coming in?
Well, you never want to give like a specific, this is what a freshman forum member is, but typically we want someone like maybe above a 3.25 GPA. We're looking at somebody that, they can be from in-state or out of state. We want them to have been either a leader in high school or have interest in becoming a leader in college. We look for students of all ethnic backgrounds, all different backgrounds on campus involvement, Greek, independent, athlete, Millennium Scholar, Chancellor Scholar, all different kinds of students. So it really isn't one specific category of student.
Okay, that's good. Well, what if you had a mission statement for freshman forum, what would it be?
Well, we actually do have a slogan, and it is, as representatives of Troy University's freshman class, we commit ourselves to leadership through service, enthusiasm, and Trojan pride.
Okay. Well, when you say service, what kind of service would y'all do?
Well, Freshman Forum this past year has raised a lot of money for organizations such as Relay for Life, and I believe we also helped the House of Ruth Children's Home. But overall, we really would like this year to focus more on actually going out into the community and serving, because we feel like you can't really call yourself a service organization when you're just raising money. You really actually have to go out there, get your feet dirty, get wet, and just really try.
You're ready to make a difference.
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you have, I know y'all have a lot of poly duties and you have 40 to 45 people. Do y'all have any specific committees that you look into?
There are actually 5 committees on Freshman Forum. I'll start out with the first one. The first of the year, there's a special events committee, and this committee puts on our annual high school leadership conference that this year had over 325 attendees from across the state of Alabama and Florida. They also put on events such as the Martin Luther King Jr. Remembrance Ceremony and maybe a couple of other events in the coming year. Our finance committee deals with Freshman Forum does have their own budget, so the finance committee deals with all monetary receipts, as well as coming up with ideas such as the Trojan wristbands or sunglasses. The community service committee, as I said earlier, they of course try to benefit the community doing community service. Campus involvement puts on things such as the International Thanksgiving Dinner, Fall and Spring Sports Appreciation Day, and those are just times for us to just try to involve the campus in what Freshman Forum is doing. And then last but certainly not least is the publicity committee. And without them, no one would know what Freshman Forum was doing.
Awesome. Okay. From your experience, because I know you were in Freshman Forum, what have you done on campus so far that has really impacted you?
I really think one of the main things we did was the Fall and Spring Appreciation. Just the fact that all the athletes of all different sports come together and us just be able to appreciate them, as well as Relay for Life this past week. Benefiting something like the American Cancer Society is a great thing.
What will being in the freshman forum lead you up to? What will it?
Well, basically, I don't want to say it's your ticket into SGA, but going through freshman forum gives you, the experience and the background to be able to go on and run for office at Troy, as well as just getting to know people better. Like when you come here, especially for me and a couple of other members coming from out of state, we just didn't know very many people. This is a great way, to get your name out there and get heard. And also, like I said, in the future, it really just helps you in your future leadership at Troy.
So you're looking into being in the SGA, obviously.
Well, this year I was fortunate enough to be elected director of Freshman Forum. I don't want to live my life on a 5-year plan or a 4-year plan. So if I do go on to be an SGA exec or an SGA Senate, that's great. But right now I'm just focusing on being Freshman Forum director.
Okay. And I heard about something called a director elections. What is that?
Right. Each year we take the 40 members that were on Freshman Forum. They all have the opportunity to go out and apply to be the Freshman Forum director. And basically, like Freshman Forum, they go through a competitive interview process as well as application resume with about 5 people on the committee, and that decides who the new Freshman Forum directors will be. This year it's actually Keely Edwards. She's also a freshman, along with myself. We're chosen this year.
That's awesome. This is a really good program. I think that it could benefit a lot of people from what you said.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming in and talking to us today about Freshman Forum. Obviously, it can give you a real basis on what you can grow as.
And if anybody wants to apply, applications for next year's Freshman Forum will be due Wednesday, August 26, 2011. So we really hope that we do have people come out and try out.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Cody. My name is Ryan Murchison. Thank you for joining Trojan.
All right. Okay? Very good.